Good evening. May God bless, guard, and protect the home, the mind, and the steps in this moment. May the peace of the Most High surround every space, calming thoughts and soothing the weary heart. And may the light of Christ, like a sure beacon, illuminate the path ahead when strength feels short. When the night amplifies our thoughts and the silence weighs more than the body can bear, the word lights a path that does not fail and reminds us, I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where shall my help come? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. And because it comes from above, it does not depend on human doors, tight schedules, or favorable circumstances. It depends on a God who does not sleep, who guards the going out and the coming in, who steadies the steps when the ground slips and sustains hope when the soul wavers. Thus, instead of clinging to what is lacking, the heart learns to lean on the one who is sufficient. Instead of drowning in its own anxiety, it chooses to breathe in the rhythm of rest that the Most High teaches to those who run to his shelter. Instead of waging war alone in the dark, it learns to walk in the light of the one who sees everything and loves in detail. There are weights without names, arrows that make no sound, and traps with no signs. They are the darts that fly by day and the snares that hide in the shadows, trying to convince us that the invisible is invincible and that tomorrow holds no goodness. That is why the promise is not distant poetry. Whoever dwells in the secret place of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. And under those wings, anxiety lessens, the breath finds a steady pace, and the mind clears like an open window after the rain. The God who shelters within also encircles without and says, I will be a wall of fire around you. A wall is boundary and care. Fire is light and protection. It means evil has no free access to what God guards, that the arrow loses its course where the Lord's presence marks the borders, that the snare, however well hidden, is undone by the hand that cuts invisible knots, that rumors lose their force where God's voice settles with gentleness and power. And if weariness insists, grace insists more. If fear raises its voice, truth whispers deeper. Do not fear. I uphold you with my faithful right hand. Little by little, the soul learns the art of rest, not by escape, but by trust, not by omission, but by surrender, not by inertia, but by knowing that the presence who guards also guides and is never late. But what about when the page is slow to turn? Job lends us the phrase that is not ornament but foundation. I know that you can do all things, and that no purpose of yours can be thwarted. He did not deny the pain or sweep loss under the rug. He chose a conclusion. God is still God. The story does not end in the valley. The next page exists and is written by faithful hands. Heaven's clock neither lags nor rushes. It ripens. Repeated in faith, this confession realigns the inner gaze. The mind finds the direction that was missing. The soul, tired of pushing in its own strength, yields to the rhythm of the one who knows how to guide without delay and to help without haste. When certainty drops from the lips into the chest, tears find a shoulder, the tension in the shoulders eases, and hope, which had been walking with bowed head, lifts its eyes and starts again. It is the same hand that guards which also guides, the same fire that encircles which also illuminates, the same God who defends who also leads to the turning point. And in the silence that once frightened, the sustaining prayer is born, your will be done, and let your desire be my path. What seemed like delay reveals itself as care. What seemed like fog becomes a trail. What seemed like an end shows itself to be a curve, and a curve is an invitation to continue. Today we declare with meekness and authority, over the home, peace, over the mind, serenity, over the steps, steadiness, over the right doors, favor, over the wrong doors, the loving care to close them. Where there was noise, may the gentle, persistent voice of the Spirit come. Where there was confusion, may the wisdom that organizes thought and simplifies decisions come. Where there was constriction, may there be space to breathe. Where there was fear, may there be courage that does not shout but stands firm. Where there was guilt, may there be forgiveness that restores dignity. Where there was haste, may there be the steady pace of trust. And because faith speaks and writes what it chooses to believe, say softly, sealing it within, "My help comes from the Lord. Under your wall of fire I rest. I know that you can do all things. Your plans are not thwarted." Let these words find a chair in the living room of the heart. Let them take a place at the table and keep company with your thoughts. Let them bring order to what was restless, light to what was confused, and calm to what was running without arriving. May the memory of God's care become a discipline of peace. Upon waking, a sentence of trust, while walking, a lighter breath, when deciding, one step at a time, at bedtime, a surrendered heart, and between one day and the next, the certainty that the hand which holds does not let go. Lord, surround with your wall of fire, guard the going out and the coming in. Deliver from invisible snares and arrows unseen. Undo discreet traps and interrupt suggestions that do not come from your heart. Where there is turmoil, establish peace that surpasses understanding. Where there is doubt, give direction as clear as a sunlit path. Where there is loss, sow restoration. Where there is fatigue, pour out the oil of joy and renewal that does not run dry. You anoint hands for good, align thoughts with your truth, straighten the crooked path, and lead step by step to the cadence of your will. Under your wings the soul rests. In the light of your presence the way is revealed. And while time works in your favor, strengthen the spirit to remain, teach the heart to trust, and teach the body to rest without guilt before you. May every room of the house receive peace, every conversation receive gentleness, every decision be marked by discernment from above. May every harmful influence lose ground, every invitation to hurry be disarmed, every accusation be silenced by the voice of your love. May each painful memory find your balm, and every plan align with your wisdom. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. And we still pray with the promises that kindle light on the way. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He who keeps you will not slumber. I will be a wall of fire around you. May these words not remain outside the house, nor only outside the lips. May they cross the threshold, find the heart, and make their home there. If the night is long, may peace be longer. If the weariness is heavy, may rest in you be heavier. If doubt is loud, may your voice be louder within us. May the memory of your care visit the next morning like the sun that cuts through the fog. May the small tasks of the day be done with steady hands and a gentle soul. And throughout the hours, may we be reminded to breathe your presence before we answer, take a step, or choose a direction. May gentleness be our form of strength and faithfulness, our way of moving forward. Now may the peace that surpasses all understanding make its home. May the certainty of the Lord's care uphold every decision. And may hope write the next page with steady hands. Walk under the blessing, surrounded by the presence that protects and guided by the hand that leads. Awake tomorrow with a lighter chest and a clearer mind. Look up again and say, I know that you can do all things. If this word reached your heart, remain on this path of daily faith and prayer. Subscribe now to keep receiving the next messages. Leave your like so that this message may reach those in need, and share with 3 people who need shelter and hope today. May the good hand of God reach their homes as well, and in return, may the peace you now send come back over your life, multiplied and gentle, like rain that waters the earth quietly and makes sprout in due season what God has dreamed.